Hello guys, welcome to today's video. It's your favorite nurse, your favorite ophthalmic nurse, your favorite foreign trained nurse. In today's video, we are going to talk about the eyeball. We're going to concentrate mainly on the layers of the eyeball, talking about the sclera, the choroid, and the retina. We hope you sit back, watch, enjoy. Please don't forget to subscribe. As earlier discussed, I told you today we are going to talk about the layers of the eyeball. So, in a nutshell, this is what we are going to talk about: the sclera, the choroid, the retina, the extraocular muscles, and nerve supply to the eye. Let's go to the eye proper. The eye is an amazing organ that allows us to see the world around us, and the structures within it work together to create a clear and focused image. They allow us to see our friends, our colleagues, and our neighbors. The eyeball is a sphere-shaped organ with a diameter of about 25 millimeters. It is composed of three main layers, the outermost layer being the sclera. From the picture, you can see the sclera. The middle layer is called the choroid. Here in the picture, you see the middle layer, the reddish part, is called the choroid. Then we have the inner layer that is called the retina. That pinkish part you can see from the diagram. So now we are going to go ahead and start talking about each of the layers, starting with the sclera. The transparent cornea covers the front part of the sclera and allows light to enter the eye. As you can see from the diagram, that's the cornea. The sclera is the white, fibrous, and tough outer layer of the eyeball that provides protection and support for the eye. As you can see, it's the whitish part and it's tough and it's filled with fibrous tissue. It protects the eye. The middle layer of the eyeball is called the choroid. It is rich in blood vessels that nourishes the eye. As you can see from the picture, this is the choroid, that's why it's reddish. It has a lot of blood vessels in it. The choroid also contains the ciliary body, which is responsible for producing the aqueous humor that fills the front chamber of the eye, and the iris, which regulates the amount of light that enters the eye. From this image, you can see where the iris is and where the ciliary body is located. The last but not the least, we are going to talk about the innermost layer of the eye. The innermost layer of the eyeball is called the retina, which contains photoreceptor cells that convert light into electrical signals that are sent to the brain via the optic nerve. Next, we will be talking about a part in the retina called the macula. The macula is a small area in the center of the retina that is responsible for high-resolution vision. As you can see from the image here, this is the macula. This is the macula over here by the right hand. Okay. Next, we are going to talk about extraocular muscles. There are 6 muscles that attach to the outer surface of the eyeball. They are responsible for moving it in different directions. These special muscles of the eye are called the extraocular muscles. They include the superior rectus, the inferior rectus, medial rectus, lateral rectus, superior oblique, inferior oblique muscles. From the diagram on the left, we can see the locations of each of the muscles. Next, let's go and see what nerve supplies those muscles and what they do. Here we are going to see what each muscle does. The superior rectus muscle elevates the eye. The inferior rectus muscles depresses the eye, which means the superior rectus muscles helps the eye look up while the inferior rectus muscles helps the eye look down. The medial rectus muscles moves the eye towards the nose. The lateral rectus muscles moves the eye away from the nose. The next muscle is no other than the superior oblique muscle. The superior oblique muscle rotates the eye downwards and outwards, looking away from the nose. That means you look like as if you're looking at your shoulders, looking towards your shoulders. The next muscle is no other muscle but our inferior oblique muscle. The inferior oblique muscle rotates the eye upwards and outwards. You look up and outwards. Outwards, looking towards your shoulder. Next, we are going to talk about the nerve supply. The nerve supply to the eyeball is complex and involves several nerves that originate from different parts of the brain. Let's go ahead and see what those nerves are and what they are all about, contributing to the sight for us to see properly. The optic nerve is the main nerve that carries visual information from the retina to the brain. From this picture, you can see where the optic nerve is located. Let's see more and talk more about the optic nerve. So, the optic nerve, it is composed of over 1 million nerve fibers and is responsible for our sense of sight. Wow, this optic nerve must be very special among all the other nerves that supplies the eye. Let's see. This diagram will tell us more. The optic nerve is the second cranial nerve. The oculomotor nerve is the third cranial nerve, the trochlea being the fourth, and the abducens being the sixth. All these nerves supplies the eye. Subsequently, we will see and know more about this nerve and what they do. In this image also, we can see that the optic nerve is for vision, the trochlear nerve is for eye movement, the abducens nerve is for eye movement, the oculomotor nerve is for eye movement and pupil reflex. Here we are going to talk about the nerves supplies to the muscles. The oculomotor nerve supplies the superior rectus, inferior rectus, medial rectus, and the inferior oblique muscles. As you can see from this image, this is the inferior oblique being supplied by the oculomotor, inferior rectus being supplied by the oculomotor, the superior rectus being supplied by the oculomotor, and the medial rectus by the oculomotor nerve. The trochlear nerve. The trochlear nerve is one of the nerves that supplies the superior oblique muscle. As you can see, the superior oblique is far above there. Then the abducens nerve supplies the lateral rectus muscles. As you can see from this picture,